Hey, good afternoon. How are all of our beautiful soul family members doing today? How are all of our soul brothers and sisters doing? It's great to be here. Great to be sharing today's tarot love reading with you guys. Today is November the 11th. The time is Monday and the time is 2:07 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I'm going to share for a little bit. I enjoy sharing with you guys. I enjoy sharing part of my journey that I've been going through, and the reason I do that is because each and every one of us, we're all on our own journey. And I feel like maybe the experiences that have come into my life that I'm learning from, maybe many of you can identify with a lot of the energies and the experiences that I feel. And sometimes I get a breakthrough, so I like sharing the breakthrough of the understanding that I've had. So I'm going to share for a little bit here in the beginning of this reading. So this weekend, so my stepfather had his hip operated on, so I needed to take a little bit of time away from the readings for a couple of days to be with my family, as well as to be with myself, right? To really taking a lot of time to really think through and to process exactly everything that I've been going through and experiencing. And I'm looking back on the last 50 years of my life, right? And I'm looking at patterns and such, trying to gain the spiritual understanding that I'm seeking. And the conclusion that I have arrived at is, and it's an eye-opening experience, is, so I'm a life path number 6, which makes me, I'm a nurturer, right? So, and my Taurus and being in my moon and rising sign, right? Coupled with that nurturing energy, I'm all about relationships and such. So as I look back on my life, right, and I look at key relationships that I was in, when I was seeking for love outside of myself, which is very normal, right? Part of the human experience. However, life gets challenging at times, right? And sometimes, when we've invested all of ourselves into somebody else, sometimes it doesn't work out, which was the case, right, a few times in my life. And when that relationship didn't work out, what I allowed it to mean to me, right, was everything. So the breakup, the split up of that relationship, what I allowed is I allowed it to break and split me up in many ways. I was just spiraling, circling the drain. So I'm looking back, right, and I'm recognizing, the pattern that's there. Right? And at the end of the day, we're all seeking love, right? And I'm no different. I'm seeking love as well. But this weekend, I've came to the understanding, right, that the love that I'm truly seeking right now is with the divine. That divine energy, which is within each and every one of us. And it's an eye-opening experience for me. And I feel like right now that's the very important thing for me to go through and to experience, because as I look back on the previous years of my life, when I went through, some of these changes and shifts in my life, the one element that I was lacking was I didn't have a relationship with the divine. I didn't have the understanding that I have today of energies outside of ourselves, right, that kind of make this whole life experience very magical, right? Because pretty soon we're able to remove ourselves from this 3D experience. We're able to connect with other energies. So, so I'm on a mission of falling in love with the divine, if you will. And the reason I feel like that's part of this lesson that I'm going through right now is because when we're able to connect with the divine energy, right, that divine energy doesn't leave us unless we choose to have it leave. So we can be in the 3D and we can be engaged in relationships, and maybe things work out and maybe they don't. Maybe there's a split up, right? But at the end of the day, each and every one of us, we're never alone, right? So a lot of times, if we're so attached to the other person, the relationship, and it doesn't work out, it can make us feel very alone. It can make us feel abandoned in many ways, which can bring about a lot of limiting energies, many energies that we're born with. And sometimes we're born with those energies, and then life experience happens, and those limitations can just kind of grow within us. So I'm sharing with you kind of part of my understanding that I've arrived at. So yeah, that's what I'm seeking right now. Is I'm seeking to be able to connect with the divine and fall in love with the divine. So it feels great to be here and to be sitting in front of the camera and sharing this reading, connecting with each and every one of our soul family members. I need you guys to know that I've missed these daily love readings. Yeah, so much so that I think it serves us all to have these readings in place. So I'm going to recommit myself to going back to the daily love readings whenever possible, right? On the days that my schedule allows me to put together a tarot love reading. So I'm happy to share that with all of you. Also, you know, in many ways, I felt like for the last month or two, maybe 3, I felt stuck in many ways. Stuck because I wasn't sure what direction I was going. Specifically, you know, in terms of like living, right? We're here living in this apartment because, you know, I've felt the energies of a possible move here and there, and but I haven't committed to anything quite like that, nor have I committed to actually staying here. And this weekend, I came to the understanding, you know, sometimes in order for us to be able to, you know, to move forward, we have to be able to see light at the end of the tunnel, right? We need to be able to kind of foresee the direction that we're going. So I think it's important for us to be able to visualize, right, and see everything coming together. So I've taken some time this weekend to really focus my energy on being able to remove myself from feeling in this stuck position. And I feel like in many ways the light has come on somewhat because I don't want to be stuck anymore. So I'm making a commitment, you know, to stay here. I'm going to go down today and renegotiate my lease here, you know, and recommit myself, right, to the contract. So that way I know this is where I'm going to be. So knowing that, then I can build upon that. Because there are a lot of things about my experience here, even living here, that work for me, work in a very positive way. But on that same token, I've also recognized some other patterns that I've fallen into that just don't serve me very well. Now that I'm aware of those patterns, I have the opportunity to be able to address those energies. So I'm looking forward to making some personal changes and staying here and moving forward and getting back to the daily love readings. I'm also going to regroup and go back to the monthly zodiac readings. So this week I'll be working on December's zodiac readings. Yeah, for the month of December. So looking forward to that. And I haven't quite decided if I'll do a mid-month reading. I may. We just kind of have to fill it out and play it by ear. But thank you for letting me share with you guys. You know, hopefully what I share, many of you are able to identify with in some way, shape, or form. You know, in terms of looking at your own life, looking at your own patterns, you know, and finding those areas where you feel you may be stuck, you know, and seeking some of the enlightenment and understanding, right, to help you move out of this feeling stuck. So hopefully my sharing, it's well received, and many of you can relate to it. And maybe in some way, shape, or form, some of what I've shared is able to help you on your path. So that's my intention going into this. That's why I share, right? And sharing personal stuff is not an easy thing to do, you know, especially in a public format. But I feel like it's an important thing for me to do with all of you. So thank you very much for letting me share. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to let all of you guys know that I'm going to run a special between now and the end of the year. I feel like it's a pretty good special. I'm going to go back to the price of $40 for the 30-minute personal tarot readings. So between now and December 31st, the personal tarot readings that are 30 minutes, I've reduced my price to $40. So I feel like that's a good and that's a fair price, that there's real value there for you guys. So I hope that that's well received by all of you. The other thing I've thought about doing is, you know, I picked up this book from my son, The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. And what I'm thinking about doing is in the evenings, maybe not every evening, but in my mind I'm thinking about this evening, I just want to come out here, and I'm reading the book anyways, so I'm going through it. And what I was going to do is just come out here and turn on the camera, right? And I'm just going to read from the book, just go through a chapter, where we can go through it and read it slowly and discuss it, kind of in the evening, right? Kind of like a before bed reading, if you will. So anyways, I mention that so all of you, you're aware of that. So when you see the upload come out, you'll understand exactly what it is and what it is I'm doing. And honestly, I really don't know whether or not that's something that'll be well received, right, by a lot of people, or if it'll just be a few people. So I'm just kind of feeling it out and playing it by ear. But yeah, that's something I feel strong about being able to do. So we all have that to look forward to. Okay. All right. So I want to share with you before we begin today's tarot love reading. Just want to read a little quote from this book, The Mastery of Love. A Toltec is an artist of love, an artist of the spirit, someone who is creating every moment, every second, the most beautiful art, the art of dreaming. Life is nothing but a dream, and if we are artists, then we can create our life with love, and our dream becomes a masterpiece of art. Yeah, so I love that quote, right? Because at the end of the day, right, this life experience, I mean, what is it truly about, right? It's about unconditional love, right? That highest vibrating energy. So the Toltecs, right? A very wise civilization of people. So I like the idea of taking some of the wisdom, right, that's shared here in this book and being able to put it out there and share it with all of you, right, and be able to internalize it myself. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to begin by tapping the crystal healing bowl, giving it a chance to sing to us. This is a perfect time to remove ourselves from the outcome of the reading and allow yourself, right, do some deep breathing, inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Allow yourself to step into a space and a place where you'll be open to hearing and receiving any messages that are meant for you to hear today. Okay, that came through beautiful on this end. I hope it came through great for you guys. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is pull an affirmation card for us. I'm going to pull this affirmation card from my Magical Spell Cards deck by Lucy Cavendish. And again, this is going to serve as the affirmation taking us into today's tarot love reading. Okay, perfect for a love reading, right? So the opening affirmation taking us into today's tarot love reading is romance, the number 23, which reduces to a 5. 5 represents change and shifts. Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. Okay, beautiful affirmation. I mean, at the end of the day, we all love romance, right? But it's romance, whether it's romance, right, with an interaction, a relationship with another person, right? Or this could also be a romance with yourself, right? With your essence. Maybe you're looking to add romance into your life, right? And I don't necessarily mean relationship, but just bring the romance into your life experience. It's going to be a lot of different meanings for us on this affirmation. But let's take a moment and read real quickly from the guidebook so we can better understand this affirmation. Okay. Soul family members, romance is a necessary part of relationships. The magic of romance is that it can reconnect two people as mythical souls on a quixotic journey through life together. Everyone has to take care of their practicalities, but by inviting romance into our lives, we revere the power of two joining together to entwine souls and destinies in order for love to abound all around. Romance is one such way for this love to bloom stronger. It is not a foolish notion. In its noblest form, romance is the tending of the garden of love. Within myth, romance is a sacred power. It is legendary, enduring, and yet elusive for good reason. Enjoy the lavish romance this spell will kindle. You are a divine being, and this is a true romance. If you are chosen by the spell, the universe is prompting you to invite some magic back into your life or relationship. Get to it. All else can wait until the spell has helped you to recapture your divinity. If you have chosen the spell, you are weary of the everyday and want some magic in your relationships and in your life. Rightly so. Cast the spell and let it weave an enchantment that will remind you of your role as a soul with a mythic romantic destiny. Okay, love this affirmation. And it's a beautiful affirmation to take us into today's tarot love reading. Makes me kind of curious and interested to really quickly get into today's tarot love reading. I'm doing today's reading with my Crystal Vision Tarot set by Jennifer Galasso. What I was going to mention is, so as I'm shuffling the cards, I'm just going to hold up the cards. I may briefly just mention what the energy in that card represents. I may just acknowledge the card and then put it down, because what I want to do is I want to begin to get the cards laid out in the spread so I can begin to see and feel intuitively exactly what's going on. So let's get started here. Okay, beautiful. So the opening energy taking us into today's tarot love reading, we begin with the Knight of Cups. So Knight energy, cups represents emotions, feeling, right? This is representing water sign energy, so Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Again, doesn't have to be, right? But this is your knight in shining armor coming in on this white horse, bringing in love, right? For some, he could be bringing in romance. All right, tell us more. Tell us more. Okay, coming in next, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Coming in next to the Three of Pentacles, it is a romantic love reading, right? And we now have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups, this is a beautiful energy, representing the energy of two people coming together in union. Here we see male and female. They're up to their waist in water. Notice they both have their hand on this cup. They're sharing this cup of love. So the energy in this card, it represents what's a Two of Cups. So for many, this will be the beginning, right, of coming together for the first time in union. I'm just feeling the connection that's shared by these two, right, in this card. Strong connection. Very like-minded energies. I feel like these two have a lot in common. I feel like the energies they feel towards one another, right, it's unconditional love. Too many cards here. Okay, tell us more. Tell us more. Okay, coming in next to the Two of Cups, we now have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, again, we're seeing water here. So Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, Queen. So we think of female energy, which will be the case for some, doesn't have to be. Right? The Queen of Cups, she's the most loving queen, right? But this queen has both feet in the water. So water represents a lot of emotions and feelings, right? So sometimes this queen, even being the most loving queen, she can be a little emotional at times. Just had the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay, coming in next to the Queen of Cups, we now have the Knight of Swords. So here we have two Knight energies. We have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Cups is bringing in passion, love, and romance. The Knight of Swords, right, this is representing air sign energy, so Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Many times this Knight, what he's bringing in is he's bringing in a truth of some sort. That Knight of Swords, again, coming in next to the Queen of Cups. Okay, beautiful. Coming in next to the Knight of Swords, we now have the Sun card, which is the card of Leo. So you may be a Leo or have a Leo in your life. If so, playing a pretty significant role. This is a beautiful energy on this card, right? So the Sun card, we see this figure here. She's standing in a garden of sunflowers, right? She's holding her child up against her chest, feeling the warmth of the sun as it beats on her back, right? Keeping them both safe and warm. It's a beautiful energy. This is about letting go of the fears, the worries, and the concerns. This is the sun shining on you, right? And again, this is coming in next to the Knight of Swords, right? So for many, it could be this truth coming into you, could be by way of an air sign that's bringing you the sun energy. So the sun shining on you, right? The light illuminating this truth to you. Give you the chance to let go of the fears, the worries, and the concerns, right? And embrace this beautiful energy of childlike enthusiasm. All right, tell us more. Tell us more. Okay, coming in next, and this is coming in attached to the Three of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords. So here we see this air sign type quality again. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Queen, so we think of female energy. So you may have an air sign in your life. It's coming in attached to the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles represents the energy of two people that are working together, right? They're working together to create and to manifest. Right, so here we see male and female. He's here in the fountain working. She's over here in the field working, right? So two people working together to create and to manifest. Attached to this energy is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords energy, it's the kind of energy that each and every one of us have the ability to harness within ourselves. It's a great energy to harness. If we're looking at our life, right, we're looking to make some changes, right? Make some serious changes in our life. Notice the Queen of Swords, she holds a sword in one hand and a butterfly in her other hand. Right? So this energy uses the sword to come in your life, right, and cut away the energies in your life that are just no longer serving you. Right? And what is she doing? She's making way for a new beginning, represented by the butterfly she's holding in her other hand. Okay, beautiful. So, coming in next, and this is coming in attached to the Two of Cups, right? Now we have the Ace of Cups, right? So, Two of Cups represents the beginning, right, of two people coming together in union. For many, this will be for the first time. Attached to this energy is the Ace of Cups, which is the beginning, right? The beginning represented by the butterfly, that the Queen's holding in her right hand. So for many, this will represent the beginning of love, right? The beginning of a relationship. It's beautiful. Okay. All right, we're getting all the cards here at today's reading. So coming in next, we have the Ten of Cups, right? It just tells me there must be a lot of love that's vibrating out there, right, in the atmosphere right now, all right? Because we have the Two of Cups, now we have the Ten of Cups. And this is showing up at the center of today's tarot love reading. It's coming in attached to the Queen of Cups, right? So we see water sign right here, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Attached to this is the Ten of Cups. So coming together of two people, right? This is the Ten of Cups. So this represents, you know, these two people in this card may have some experience in life, meaning maybe you've both been in relationships before, maybe even both been in marriages before, right? But coming together in union here, right? Notice she's holding a child. So for some, this could represent the energy of maybe merging families together. And for many, you may be stepping into this relationship with Queen of Cups energy. So you may be stepping into the relationship with a water sign. Okay, coming in next, and this is coming in attached to the Knight of Swords. Here we see Judgment, right? So this truth coming in, right? When this truth comes in, what does it provide you? It allows you to be able to remove judgment from your life, right? So whether it's you judging other people, right? Or other people judging you, right? Or many times it can be us judging ourselves, right? So this truth coming in, allowing judgment that you've had to go away, which this is a beautiful thing. Because I feel like it's when this judgment goes away, that's when the Sun card comes out, right? So the truth comes in, enlightens you, right? Maybe this is the truth that's bringing in this enlightenment represented by the Sun. All right, tell us more. Tell us more. Okay. So coming in next, and this is coming in attached to the Sun card. Just going to hold them both up for you guys right here, right? So we have the Sun card, which is illuminating, right? Bringing you, allowing you to write the truth, to let go of the fears, the worries, and the concerns, allowing the sun literally to shine on you, right? Feeling the warmth of this sun, the brightness of it. Attached to this is the Justice card, right? So it's the card of Libra. So some of you may have a Libra in your life, because here we see Leo and we see Libra, right? So it could go either way. But she stands above the river of truth. In one hand, she holds her sword. In the other hand, she holds the scales of justice, right? So this truth that's coming into many of you, right? Allowing the sun to illuminate this truth to you, letting go of the fears, the worries, and the concerns. And what is it on a universal level? It's justice, right? Bringing you justice. So this truth, bringing you justice. Okay, taking us to the energy, steering us out of this read today, shows itself as the Four of Cups. Right? So this is the energy taking us out of the reading. So I feel like, right, for many, this is the energy that's being replaced right now, based on the energies that we're looking at here in this reading. So Four of Cups, it's a limiting energy. You know, it represents the energy of, it could be boredom, right? Of feeling, the best way to describe this energy for me, right, is knowing and feeling within you that there's more out there for you, right? That there's more joy, there's more happiness waiting to be experienced, but feeling somewhat cut off and disconnected from this energy, right? Her focus is on this cup right in front of her. She's unable to recognize and see these three cups that are behind her. So for many of you, right, it may be this Knight of Cups, this passionate energy coming in, which, in this relationship coming together, that allows this limiting energy, the Four Cups, to go away. Okay. All right, guys. So I have all the cards laid out here. Now I need to look at them. I need to see and feel exactly what it is they're trying to share with us by way of messages. I have my Universal Tarot set right here, so we have this ready to go after some clarification in a few areas if we want to get some clarification. And I think that we will. So give me just a minute, take a look at this and see where we want to get some clarification. Okay, let's get some clarification on this Three of Pentacles, which is representing the energy of two people working together, right? And they're not working alone, they're working with the help of the universe. As it's represented here by the bird flying between them, right here. This bird that has a seed in its beak, where it's getting ready to release the seed, where it'll fall on fertile soil, hopefully manifest another pentacle for these two. Well, let's get some clarification, right? So this Two of Cups, you know, for many of you, right, you may work together, right, in some way, shape, or form, right? Because I say that because this Three of Pentacles, that's what it represents, and it's coming in actually touching the Two of Cups. Tell us more about the Three of Pentacles. Okay, all right, so coming out is clarification for this Three of Pentacles energy, right? Two people working together to create and to manifest. Here we see the Three of Wands, right? Which is representing getting ready to set out and embark on an adventure, right? So it's coming in attached to the Three of Pentacles. So the two of you, right? Creating, manifesting. What are you manifesting together? Many of you, you're manifesting a future together, right? Because it's represented right here by this Three of Wands. Coming in attached to the Wheel of Fortune, right? So this journey that lies ahead of both of you, right? There are changes that are coming in, right? Maybe taking both of you towards this journey. All right, let's get some clarification on the Queen of Swords now. Tell us more about the Queen of Swords. Further clarification on the Queen of Swords, please. Okay. All right, so coming in as a clarifier for the Queen of Swords energy, right? Here we see it for the second time. We see the Sun energy, right? So using the sword, right, to cut away and remove the limiting energies that are just no longer serving you. Holding a butterfly in her other hand, right, which is taking you both towards the Ace of Cups beginning, coming in right next to the Queen of Swords. So notice the Child right here. Again, we're seeing the card of Leo, right? So some of you, again, may be a Leo, or you may have a Leo in your life. The figure in this card, it reminds me of my grandson, actually, right? He's a Leo, right? He's just a few months old right now, but we see a child, right, naked on this horse, holding out his arms, basking in the warmth of the sun, right? The sun illuminating, right? Bringing joy and happiness to him. It's this Queen of Swords energy, right? Whatever limiting energy she's cutting away, removing from your life, right? Welcome it, because it brings you the energy of the sun. Okay, let's ask about the Two of Cups now. Two of Cups is attached to the Ace of Cups. So clearly we're seeing the beginning of love here for some people. Okay, all right, so coming in as a clarifier for the Two of Cups, right? And the Two of Cups, this is attached, right, to the Ace of Cups. Now we see it attached to the Ace of Wands, right? So we're seeing like two beginnings that are connected with these two, right? This is about love, right? Coming together in union. This is also about creativity, right? Creativity and passion. This is stepping into the adventure together. What adventure are we stepping into together? Three of Wands. Okay, let's ask about the Queen of Cups showing up at the center of today's tarot love reading. Tell us more about the Queen of Cups. Okay, so here we're seeing it for the second time in today's tarot love reading, right? We have the Justice card, so the card of Libra. So we're seeing Leo twice and Libra twice as well. Attached to this Queen of Cups, right? So the most loving queen, what is this most loving queen bringing about? What's this energy bringing to you? It's bringing justice, right? Fairness and balance. We see justice showing up further in the reading, right? Coming in attached to the Sun card, right? So the Sun card, it's touching the Knight of Swords. So we have a truth coming in, right? Could be by way of an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Right? It's this truth that's coming in that allows judgment to go away. You know, whether you're judging others, others are judging you, or many of us, right? We're judging ourselves. So judgment going away, which means you're going to be raising your vibration. So it's this Queen of Cups energy, the most loving queen, right? That's bringing in justice, fairness, and balance. Okay, let's ask about the Ten of Cups now, showing up at the center of the reading, attached to the Queen of Cups. Tell us more about the Ten of Cups. Okay, so coming out as clarification on the Ten of Cups, right here, we now have the Seven of Wands, right? So the Seven of Wands this is a defensive energy, right? So it's coming in, touching judgment, right? So part of this judgment energy, right? Defensive, right? Whether we're feeling we're defensive to others, right? Having to fend ourselves off to others, right? To justify what it is we're feeling, thinking, experiencing, or for others, right? This can also represent, it's all coming from within, right? So this may be a self-defensive energy where you're questioning yourself, questioning the choices that you made, right? So this energy going away with the Knight of Swords coming in, allowing judgment to pass. When judgment goes away, what is it? It brings the two of you together, going from the Two of Cups now to the Ten of Cups, right? So it's solidifying this relationship. Okay, let's ask about the Knight of Swords. Tell us more about the Knight of Swords energy. Okay, so here we go. Seeing this energy twice as well in today's tarot love reading. So this Knight of Swords, as a clarification, we have the Four of Cups, right? So here we have the energy of boredom, right? This is feeling disconnected, that life isn't very fulfilling, right? That there's more out there to be lived, felt, and experienced. So we see this energy showing up twice. So this should sound familiar to some of you. This Knight of Swords, right? Bringing in this truth, right? That's allowing this limiting energy of boredom, right? To go away, right? Because this truth, I mean, it turns the light on for so many of you, right? Removing this limiting energy. And what is it bringing you? It's bringing you the energy of the sun. What is this all about? Right? This is about balance, right? Fairness. This is a universal energy. It's the energy of Libra, right? But the scales of justice and of balance, right? Being balanced here, bringing you the energy of the sun, right? So total illumination, living life with childlike enthusiasm. It's a beautiful way to live life, right? If we think about it. Okay. All right, guys. I think I have today's tarot love reading done. Yeah, great reading. I hope it resonated with all of you. You know, I hope that in some way, shape, or form you were able to connect your energy with this reading, and that it was able to raise your vibration, right? Because that's really what I'm looking to do, to accomplish at the end of the day, is I'm looking to be able to help everybody raise your vibration. So anyways, that's the intention that I set going into this. So I hope it comes through, and I hope that you guys are able to connect with this reading and in some way, shape, or form connect with part of your story and part of your truth. Okay, guys. Beautiful day, beautiful reading. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share. Thanks for your trust. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for all your beautiful comments, the likes and subscribes and shares, this beautiful connection that we share. Yeah, I value it. It means the world to me. So I'm really looking forward to gearing up and going back to the daily tarot love readings. And I hope all of you are too. I'll look forward to reading about it in the comments. Okay, guys. Have a beautiful day. Oh, and by the way, keep in mind the special that I'm running on the personal tarot readings between now and the end of December. You know, whether you want to get a reading for yourself, right, as a Christmas gift or a holiday gift, or maybe you want to gift somebody else a tarot reading. Yeah, it all works. So thank you very much. Okay, guys, have a beautiful day.